In this module, we will look at the different ways to delegate Taurus tool execution into the BlazeMeter cloud. The default mode for Taurus is to use local provisioning, which means all the tools start on the local machine. However, you can also provision the Taurus script onto the BlazeMeter cloud by passing the provisioning parameter as cloud. You will need to have a BlazeMeter account and a BlazeMeter API key to be able to do this. The other options available are timeout for the API client, browser open set to true, so to be able to auto open the browser when the test starts, and a check interval for Taurus to query test status from the BlazeMeter. Turning on cloud provisioning is quite simple. You can pass a -cloud argument to turn on cloud provisioning to your bzt command, and to turn it off you can pass -local. By default, cloud provisioned execution will read the concurrency and throughput options normally. There is a notation that allows configuring values for local and cloud at once, as you can see in the example on the screen. This allows you to remove the need to edit load settings when you switch from provisioning from local to cloud or the other way around during test debugging. So you can see that if you identify the property by the element local, then that can set the concurrency for your local provisioning. And if identified by cloud, then it can set your concurrency for cloud provisioning within the same execution property. You can also define cloud locations as a part of your execution settings. Locations is the map of the location's ID and their relative weights. The relative weight determines how much value from concurrency and throughput you would like to put into the corresponding location. The number against the location signifies the actual number of servers Taurus will spin up from each location. For example, if you look at the script on the right, the US West 1, which is basically California, you will have two machines set up from there, and US East, which is basically Virginia, is where you're going to have 7 machines spinned up. This is going to work the way I said only if your locations weighted is set to false. If you use location weighted is equal to true, what then Taurus will do is spin up machines according to the number of concurrent users needed. In case the number against the location, in this case, the number against the location will be used for relative distribution of load. Let's say if Taurus needs 15 machines to achieve the concurrent users that it needs to achieve, then the number of machines from each location will be distributed in the ratio of 2:7. You can also specify the reporting settings as a part of the cloud provisioning. You can specify the name of the test and the existing project name from your BlazeMeter account where the report will show up. You can also define any additional resource files if you would be needing as a part of your tests. And if Taurus fails to detect them automatically, you can attach them to the execution using the file section. Please note that for cloud provisioning, actual Taurus execution is done on remote machines. Therefore, the test will not run if your account has not enough engines allowed. If you do not specify any duration for test with hold for and ramp up options, the default duration limit will be used. And also you should not use report, -report that is. All reports will be collected automatically by BlazeMeter.